Hey folks, Wausau today. So I got a little update here, and I'm going to try and go off notes. Now I normally just wing it, and I don't ever use notes. I probably should, because then I'd probably start the story and finish it. But and I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to be looking on this. I got the camera turned around backwards. I don't know. I think I'm supposed to be looking over here. Anyways, the beginner boxes. I made up some of those, and they all sold but one. They're on the website now, so you can go to flintnappytraditions.com and you'll see them there. If you don't see it, do a search for beginner boxes and it'll come up, but it's under the nappy material stuff. And those are set up for free shipping, so the price is the price, and they just go out. And those boxes got so they got the two different sizes of hollow copper boppers in them. They've got a pressure flaker with a copper bit on one end and a notching welding rod in the other. And those are fixed, so they can't be adjusted or extended or any of that kind of stuff. But it's just a beginner thing, so that the new people can give this a try without spending a ton of money. Those of you that's been in this for a while, you know it's real easy to get wrapped up and spend a whole lot of money really fast. But anyways, mostly material, but also you know, tools and stuff. There's things that you like to have. Now that beginner box is going to come with a leather hand pad, which is perfectly fine for you know, your pressure flaking and your notching. You can notch into that pad. It's not as nice as having like one of the pads like I make, or you can get somewhere else. I mean, it's not as nice as that, but you can do the job. And I'm gonna do a video. I'll get to that, but also in there is a lap pad. So there's a lap pad there that will provide protection to your leg, keep you from running a flake or a shard into your leg. But it's not thick like you remember, these are beginner boxes, so it's not as thick as like my heavy bison leather pads, which is also on the website. If you haven't seen those, I just got some new bison leather in, and it's almost too nice to put hit rocks on. But that's what we're doing with it, and those are available now. Anyway, so it has everything in there that you need to make a point. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about videos, what's coming up. But the very first video is going to be, I'm going to take one of these boxes. I'll show you all the box and the stuff that's in it. It's got small spalls and some flakes. It's the same stuff, kind of stuff you've seen me pecking on with the hollow copper boppers before. There is a few. I am throwing a couple extra larger bifaces, or not bifaces, but spalls in some of those. But anyways, it's about 16 pounds of material and all the tools you need to get started. And I think they're, whatever they were, $100 or $113 to your door. That's shipped to your door. And there's enough stuff in there that, you know, as a beginner, you're not going to, there's probably 50, 60 points in there. But as a new person, you're not going to get 50, 60 points, because you're going to destroy some of that. But it's a good way to get started. And if you haven't seen the hollow copper bopper great practice for beginners video, you should go back and watch it. And then, okay, so the other thing is, I posted pressure preforms last night, and about 10 or 11 o'clock, and I woke up a little bit late this morning. I got up and they were all gone. So they were all sold already. So I had a bunch of stuff to do in the leather shop today. I'm really behind on orders. I actually have the leather shop website shut off again, because that's the only way I can. It's just me. I don't have anyone helping me. So I turn the leather website on. I take orders in from anywhere from 3-4 days, maybe a week, and then I have to turn it off again, which isn't very professional, I suppose, but I just can't keep up, and people get mad if they don't get their orders, and you know, in a fairly timely manner. They are all handmade and one at a time, so there is a little bit of time wait there, but I don't want to stretch it out too far, so I just shut the website off, and then I turn it back on and collect orders again, then do it all over again. But that's how the leather shop end of it works. But anyways, all those pressure preforms sold out overnight, and I don't remember how much it was, but there was quite a few inches there, and they were all gone. They actually sold I think only 3 or 4 people, and they bought them all. So, but they're back up now. So they're back up. I think there's 240 inches, something like that, on there. Still lots of good stuff left. I got lots more to cut, but it may be weeks or a month before I do any more. So if you want some of those, you should probably just go ahead and get them. And I'm offering them to, and that's what I set out to do last night, is I wanted to offer them to you guys, my viewers, first, before I post them on Facebook, which I didn't do that last time, and I apologize for that. And I had a bunch of viewers go, well, I wish I would have seen that. I didn't get any of those. But so I offered them to the viewers first, and that's what I'm doing again right now. So, and I'll let you guys look at them, and if no one buys them, then I'll put them on the groups on Facebook, and I'm sure they won't last the day. At least they didn't last time. So yeah, hey, maybe no one will want them. I don't know, but they did last time anyhow. So, and I don't even know where my prices are. I don't know if I'm too cheap or what. Maybe that's why they're selling so fast. I don't really know, but anyways, they're selling good, and they are back up and available now. But once those ones that are on there are gone, that's it for I don't know how long. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 2 months. I don't know. I got lots of slabs already cut that I cut a year ago or more, and like I've said before, I used to do a lot of slab napping, and that's mostly what I focused on in the beginning, and then I more or less got completely away from that. You guys do see me nap one once in a while, and sometimes I'll nap one for somebody, or if I need to make a quick knife, then yeah, I use a pressure preform half the time. It's just so fast, and knives don't pay a lot of money. I don't know anyone that gets enough money for their knives, including me. I think the most I've ever got was $300, and it was a pretty elaborate knife and big, and it wasn't nowhere near enough. And I wish that was my favorite knife, and I wish I would have never sold it. I wish I had that back. I'll probably never be able to the handle that was on that thing, and the antler that was used, all that kind of stuff it was just awesome. I'll probably never get that again, so I'll probably never, if I'm ever in that situation again, I thought, well, I'll just make another one. Yeah, well, you know how that goes. That same material don't come around, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so pressure preforms back on the website. Beginner boxes are on the website. I actually think there's only one left on there right now, but I do have some more in the works that I'm making. So everything on there, if you're brand new, beginner flat napper, or you just want to try it and get in on it on the cheap and give it a shot and make some arrowheads, that's a good way to do it. And like I said, in the upcoming videos, the very next video, which I was gonna do tonight, but I'm just wiped out. It's already, I didn't even eat today. I didn't eat breakfast, didn't eat lunch, and now it's almost 8 o'clock, I think, and I still haven't ate, so I'm done for the day. But okay, so upcoming videos, the beginner box video, that's going to be first, and then these others are going to come in no specific order. So just a rough thing here. I'm looking at I'm going to spall the rest of those couple boulders of mahogany obsidian that I got out there. They're probably still over 200 pounds a piece, and I'm going to split those up. I'm going to spall those up, and then I'm going to make those spalls, some boxes of spalls and some boxes of flakes available to you guys, and whoever wants them, they'll be on the website. So that'll be an upcoming video. I gotta plan that out. I didn't like how the spalling one went last time. I really kind of liked the one that I did with John when John was spalling, and I was holding the camera and moving around and all that kind of stuff. But so I'm gonna have my dad come over and film it for me, and he's pretty good at that stuff. If you guys seen the one where I was showing off the kiln when I first got the kiln, he shot that. He's pretty good behind the camera. We used to do a lot of video, and we used to video a lot of hunts and stuff like that, and bear hunts every spring and all kinds of stuff. We've got some incredible hunting footage. Of course, it's all on tapes from those little bitty mini tapes. I don't even know if they still use them or not. I think they use all SD cards now, but anyway, it's pretty incredible stuff. There's one where we're laying on a beach. We're in Alaska, and we're laying on the beach, and we're in well, I don't have a map here. There's a map hanging on the wall where we used to live. It's a marine map. And anyways, Excursion Inlet outside of Juneau or outside of Hoonah. So if you guys have seen that stupid show, Alaska Bush People, that's not what Alaskans are. They're not Alaskans. Believe me, they're from the lower 48. They got nothing to do with Alaska. Anyways, when that show came out, that was kind of a sore spot because I know a lot of people love that show, but to me it was kind of embarrassing depicting Alaskans as being that. But you know, each their own, I guess. That was a super popular show for a long time. But anyways, it's not far from where they filmed that, at least the Hoonah portion of it, where they had the cabin back in the back of the bay, which is all baloney. Anyways, it's kind of across the bay, it's called Icy Straits, and there's a place called Excursion Inlet. Now that place is full of cabins now and lodges and things, but back in the day when I first moved there, which was right out of high school, and is when I went to Alaska, and we used to bear hunt there, and it was just incredible. One side of the inlet was park, national park, and the other side was all forestry. So you could hunt the one side, but you couldn't hunt the other. But what was on the other was just some of the biggest black bears you ever seen in your life. Of course, they came to both sides, but every year I look forward to going there because you would see the same bears year after year in the same bays eating grass every year, and they were just absolutely monsters in that park, and it was so fun to go see them, along with hunting on the other side, of course. But anyways, that I don't even know where I was going with that, how I even got on. Now we were videoing. Anyway, so we were laying on the beach one day. We seen a bear coming, and he was actually coming from the head of the bay. The very head of the bay was also park. And then as soon as you got to about the tide line, that's when the Forest Service started. And we were watching this bear in the park, and he was working his way towards us, and we just kind of watched, and he just kind of worked his way, and we were laying there. And we're just kind of laying there like this, and my dad had a video camera like this, and we're laying right next to each other. And this bear comes so close that you couldn't even, he was trying to get it focused, but he was like a yard away and had no idea we were even there. And buddy, when he realized we were there, and he lit on out of there and gives that whoop like that, and took off, it was fun. It was fun. Lots of good stuff on those videos. Lots of stuff. So someday or another I'll figure out to get those transferred or something to a disc or something like that, so I can watch them and enjoy them. But all kinds of stuff on them videos. So yeah, the video, beginner box video, the Spalling Boulders video, and we're going to wrap up the Clovis series. So we're going to do probably one or two more Clovises, something like that. I think I got a pretty good handle on it. They're really not that difficult. Fluting them with indirect is not that difficult. It just isn't. It's all about getting that convexity and having that that median high ridge in the top, and then just setting up your nipple right. And as long as you got a clean surface, which is a problem for me sometimes, and I suppose everybody, if you have a perfectly clean surface and you have that ridge to it, that hump in it, then that flake will run down there. It's just not a problem. And I don't even think using it with indirect and wrapping it with the leather like I was doing, and then squeezing the sides of it and putting the tip into your leg, man, I don't know. Maybe I'll try an obsidian one and see if it breaks, but for the most part, the only one so far I broke, and I've actually done a couple off camera too, is the one that I broke on video, and I just wasn't paying attention and had, I mean, my platform couldn't have been more wrong, and that's why it broke. So I don't know. I still can't figure out why the Clovis culture only lasted like 300 or 400 years or something like that, because I don't know, they seem pretty easy to make. There's definitely people out there making them a lot better than me that are just super nappers, you know. But anyways, as far as making a usable point, or making a knife blade or a spear point or something like that, they just really aren't that difficult. So if you haven't ever tried one, you're new, then try a Clovis. They're really not that hard. Now, I can't speak to fluting them any other way. I did flute a couple of them with John using a jig, but honestly, I really think I'm going to stick with indirect. It's so easy, and there's not a bunch of setup, and some of those flakes ran almost halfway, you know. So, and with a better setup, I have no doubt you can run them flakes clear off that thing if you set it up right. So anyways, we're going to do another 1 or 2 more Clovises, and then we might attempt a Cumberland or something like that. So I've never made a Cumberland before, so I've just kind of not done any of those points up until recently that require a flute. I just never did it. I mean, thinning flakes from the bottom and stuff like that. I mean, a few of the Daltons that I've made, I've shot some thinning flakes up from the bottom, and they almost look like a flute, you know, but same basic length, just not set up with not as big a flute. But anyway, so we might try a Cumberland in there after the Clovis thing, but that's just kind of loose. And then there's going to be at least 3 or 4 leatherwork videos coming up real soon. So if you're a flint napper and you're not interested in it, then this won't interest you, but they're probably going to mostly be tooling videos. I may throw in some other stuff. I may do some tooling, but then do a belt from start to finish. Show putting the backer on it, finishing the edges, everything. I may show all that. So, because I do have some leather workers that follow me, and they watch the napping too. They tell me they enjoy the napping too, but they want to see more leatherwork videos, and I've kind of let that slack. And honestly, a lot of it's because I spend so much time in the leather shop, and then the napping's fun, right? I mean, I enjoy being in the leather shop too. Don't get me wrong. It's a dream job, it really is. I spent my entire life in construction, and what I get to do now is just absolutely incredible. My commute to work is literally across the yard. I've just got a little bitty shop, but it allows me to make a living out of it. It's just been fantastic, and I've been really blessed, and I know that. So I appreciate all the other work, but when it comes time to video, and then it's like fun time, right? So I wanna do flint napping stuff, because that's fun, I guess. So anyways, there's going to be some 3 or 4 leatherworking videos, and if you're into flint napping, you might enjoy it, because it's just another crafty thing that I mean, if you're crafty and you're making arrowheads, then you probably could be crafty doing leather work too. Lots of people do it, you know. And another thing that I'm going to throw in there somewhere or another, or I want to make some I need to make some more Kiokias. I'm filling up another case here, and not everything goes in a case. I got buckets of points over there that aren't worthy of a case. And I have some in my case that aren't worthy of a case either, but there's something special to me for this reason or that. Like, I have a point in this case that I napped from the turret I got at the hospital, outside the hospital the day my grandson was born. So it's not a fancy point, just a nice clean little point made out of citronella turret, landscape turret that the security guard said I could take a few pieces. Anyways, so that point's in there. Someone would look at it and go, why is that in there? And then there's a point in there, I'm actually looking at it right now. I'd show it to you, but it's in the case. And it's not really any point style, but it was the first one that I ever made that had a really clean lenticular shape to it, and it was clean. I mean, probably one of the cleanest wines I ever made. It just came out beautiful. And it's got like a fishtail thing on it. Don't make any sense, but I like it, so I save it. And let's see what else is in there. There's just miscellaneous little stuff in there. There's a point in there that's not worthy of a case, but it's the first piece of a self-collected flint that I ever collected and made an arrowhead out of, and I wouldn't sell that for nothing. And you know, there's a few of them like that in there. But anyways, so I have some spaces I need to fill up. So I want to do some kilkias. Those little wedge shapes kind of fit in there here and there, and maybe some I got a selection of things that I want to do, but one of the things I haven't done in a while that I love doing, it's one of my favorite points to make, is a turkey tail. And I haven't made any in a while. I don't know why, but I just haven't. And I'll tell you something else that I haven't done much of, and that's indirect. And a fella sent me a message, and he was looking for a piece of purple mookaite, and I told him, I don't think I got any purple mookaite left. Well, I knew that I had a broken slab of purple mookaite left. I do have a couple of two bifaces that are stashed away that are mine for a later project some other time that I'm not ever getting rid of. Partly because when I had that 3,000 pounds of mookaite, I had a bunch of purple, and I sold all that. And I thought I was going to run out and just get more, and that didn't happen. It still may happen, but it didn't happen. So I sold all my good stuff, the best stuff, and the stuff with the craziest color. And some of that purple was just amazing. You guys have seen me nap a few pieces of it on here. I did save some of it. But I've got two small bifaces left of that stuff. But he wanted a piece of purple. I found a slab that had some purple in it. So I bifaced with indirect, and I thought, why in the heck am I not doing more indirect? What happened here? And I thought, well, you know, I've been trying to up my percussion game, and I have been getting better and better at percussion. Direct percussion, but I miss doing indirect. I really do. It's for me, indirect is this where it's at. I enjoy doing it. So there's going to be some more. There's going to be a turkey tail video or two coming up here pretty soon, and there's going to be some indirect. I'm going back to doing some indirect here because I miss it. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite types of napping to do outside of bifacing. I love to biface. The bifacing videos do real good, and they're easy to do. So I don't even have to think about bifacing. I can go out there with a bucket of rocks and just start hitting and talking to the camera, and that's it. And it's easy to make a video like that. A lot easier than making points, and less stressful too. But anyways, that's what's happening. Those pressure preforms are on the website. The beginner boxes are on the website. I know it's kind of long-winded here, but I just wanted to give you a little update of what's going on, what's happening, what's coming up with the videos, and all that stuff. I'm sure there was 10 other things I wanted to tell you, and I forgot, but that's just kind of an update of what's happening here. And you guys can see my wall back here. There's a Jim Red Fern right there, point. A whole bunch of you really good nappers are all across there, right there. And let's see, that's Ronnie Miller right there. And I've got all kinds of you guys in here, signed points in here. And then I got some others that I still have to put up. That one up there is DC Waldorf. Let me get rid of this. Someone's trying to call me. That's DC Waldorf. And let's see, that's Jake Anderson right there. That's me. I don't really have that many of my points in there. These are some, well, here's some of the, I got some of the point and stone of mine in there. I don't know what else I got. Those are some of the, that's really a pretty cool mookaite point right there that I napped. And a couple knives. Those are two of the first knives, not the first knives I napped, but when I started figuring out what I was doing, those are some of the first ones. And my wife claimed that one, and then that one I said I'm not getting rid of it. So, and I really like these two up here also. This one you probably can't see it, but that's really pretty mookite. That one is Georgetown. But let me grab this. No, actually I won't grab it. Let me grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know how this is going to work. It may have too much shine on it, but if you guys can see that, it's a large Kiokia. It's probably style point. It's too long to be a Kiokia probably, but that's what it is. I think it's I don't know, it's probably 3.5 inches long, but it's got those dendrites in it. It's mookite, and save some of the flakes and put them in here, but that's it. I just really like that point, and I saved it and put it in this thing, and so it stays up there. But my best work is in these cases, no doubt. But I'll show those to you sometime. But I appreciate you guys watching. All you guys that like and subscribe, you're awesome. And if you haven't liked and if you hit the like and subscribe button, you'll get notifications if you hit the bell. So you want to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell and hit that like button. It really does help the channel. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 viewers. Once I get to 1,000, then we're going to do a giveaway. It's going to be a good one, and there's going to be more than just a first place prize. There's going to be first, second, and third at least, and they're going to be good ones. They're not just going to be some cheesy here's a buy face kind of thing. It's going to be good. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to be good. I think this time when we do it, I think we might do first place gets first choice, second place gets second choice, and then third place gets whatever's left over, something like that. And I might even make it like 5 prizes or something like that, so they can choose from, so there's more selection for the third guy or something like that. I haven't worked it all out yet, but anyways, it's gonna be neat. It's gonna be fun, and I'm really enjoying playing with this channel, and my interactions with you guys are awesome. I've met some great people through doing this channel, and I know most of my viewers aren't subscribed. A lot of them are, you know, every video you get 2 or 3 or whatever, or 5 or something like that. But I think my average was, I looked at the analytics, which I don't really look that much, but I think it's about, and I looked at some other channels also at their number of videos they have and their number of subscribers, and about the average is, it seems like it's about, I think, 3 subscribers per video or something like that, and I'm at that, or I'm actually better than that, so we're doing okay. And if you have subscribed, I really do appreciate you. It's calling again. Get rid of that. Should put it on airplane mode, I guess. All right, well, I'm going to get off here, and y'all have a great night. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I just letting y'all know what's happening around here, and I'm going to do the best I can. I'm making some videos. I really have kind of slacked off on videos compared to what I was doing, and I'm going to try and pick that up. And I can't promise a video every day, but I'm going to see if I can do one every other day or something like that. And I can't just take a day off and make 4 or 5 videos, because then they're not current. And in my current model, where I'm doing the flint napping channel, but I'm also using the channel to sell some materials to pay for my hobby, I guess, and or try to. It doesn't, but I try to. No one tell my wife how much I spend on rocks, okay? All right, y'all have a great night. Appreciate you watching. Keep napping.